encouraging you Africans out there to go out and, be philanthropists. As you see, my first guest, the Queen Mother, she is a serial entrepreneur, but also a serial philanthropist who's educating students in Ghana. But now I am joined by Henry. Henry is from Nigeria, and he does a lot of things. But the one that I'm interested in is the philanthropy part of it. He's the founder of African Children and Youth Empowerment Foundation. Henry, welcome on the show.
Thank you so much, Pauline, and thank you for the opportunity to come to your show.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, and thank you for a lot of things you've been doing. Your philanthropic work and the empowerment foundations are speaking a lot for you. Well done.
You know what? I know I do it, but you do quite a lot. You do quite a lot. I'm just seeing, the images, and I've been following what you do. Absolutely incredible. How did you start it? What was your inspiration behind it?
Growing up in Africa, I grew up in a very lovely family. Nice parents who gave us everything we wanted in life.
Loving.
Yeah, very loving, very encouraging also. Now, we had the best of everything we wanted. I didn't really know the difference between having something and not having. So because I had it all then, and I didn't really know what it was with the others. Sometimes when I'll be moving with my parents, I'll ask them, when I see some of these poor children outside playing, not going to school, I'll ask my parents, why are these children not going to school? Why are these old people not being taken care of? Why are these hungry poor people and the sick people out there, nobody's helping them? And my late mom will always tell me, Henry, you could be that one who will help them. You could be the person who will answer the prayers these guys have been. And my dad made me understand that most times everybody is waiting for someone to do something. In the end, no one does it.
In the end, nobody does it.
No one at all. So that's what plunged me into setting up this foundation.
You telling your story, how you started and your background, somehow I can relate, because I have actually never met an African who explains it that way, because a lot of the Africans that run charities, they've come from a poor background and they've been inspired by the poverty to do it. But I came from obviously also a well-off family, and I saw my parents giving back, and that's why I decided to give back as well. And it's almost like it's your role, isn't it? You've been sent to serve, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's how it is. Yeah.
It's almost like it's your first job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so when I looked at the pictures, all the things that you do in Africa, it just seems easy. It seems easy what you're doing, but please share with my viewers. I'm sure it's not as easy as it looks. You going out there to give what you need to do.
Yeah, with the foundation, we started AFRICYEF. It all started from my head until at a time I met a few wonderful individuals who are members of these trustees, who were just like kegs of combustion oil waiting for you to just strike a match, and then they all go off in the air. So these guys, we all came together. We had these fantastic ideas. They came from different parts of Africa. And now we're able to reach out by forming what we call the AFRICYEF Vanguards.
Yes.
We have AFRICYEF ambassadors who
Yes.
go down to find out who are these people that really need these help.
So they do the research.
Yes, they do
find
this
them.
research for us, because generally AFRICYEF, we're trying to have something that looks like UNICEF for Africans.
Yes.
So we'll carry out all the research, use these AFRICYEF Vanguards, use the ambassadors who go to different schools and gather all this information. And with AFRICYEF, we'll try to go directly to these individuals, these children, these indigent children who need this help, these youths who are out of work and doing nothing, and we empower them, we give them all these gifts. We do not just give them fish, we try to encourage them to go to the stream, give them the hook, line, and sinker, and ask them, go there and fish yourself. And it has really helped them a lot.
Wow.
Yes.
If you're watching We Are Live with Henry, who is the founder of an incredible charity, which I am just going to appeal to you guys to support. That's the African Child Youth Empowerment Foundation. It's a foundation that actually teaches the youth to fish as opposed to just giving them the fish. Please, guys, if you want more information, you can contact us, or you can text now or ring 0288 0756 5501 Please send that WhatsApp, send that message. I want to give the information to Henry because he cannot do it alone. Henry, I know running a foundation, running a charity is challenging. And sometimes people give up somewhere in between because the help is not coming. How is the help coming towards you?
Um, the trustee members are very willing to give at any time. Also,
So it starts with them.
yes, we start with the trustee members who are willing, who have even assured me that even if we don't get external support or funding, that they will continue to run this charity, that will continue to go. We've also had a few individuals who have called, made a lot of donations, because we have so many projects we're working on, and when we present these projects to people, they tend to either buy into one, because AFRICYEF has 4 cardinal operational points.
Right.
So we have the Back to School program, we have the Best Mathematics and Best Science Students Awards, we have the Socio-Economic and Health Empowerment, and then we have the Computer for All program. So these are the 4 major cardinal points we operate on.
Oh, that's incredible. So that's the computers you were talking about. You
Yes.
supply computers to schools.
Yes, we've equipped the computer lab of 2 secondary schools in Africa.
Fantastic.
Supply them with all their computer equipment, and then we have people out there also who will give some good educational materials to teach them, because the world is becoming a digital environment now. So the best thing is to help these children who don't have access to computers, to encourage them to learn how to use it, not just to end up being consumers, but end up being producers
Right.
in the digital age.
And isn't it amazing that right now we are in an era whereby Africans have realized that the salvation is not coming from the African Union or from the UN or from UNICEF. So no wonder, foundations like yours are springing up, African-led foundations are now coming up to say, you know what, we are the saviors.
Absolutely. Now, if you look at, there are about 264 million children who are out of school. Now, children and youth who are out of school, they should be in school. That is in the whole world, which is like a combination of Mexico and Russia population. Now, if you come down, we have about 31 million of them from Africa. Now,
31 million
yes,
of
children who are out,
should be
who
in school,
should be in
but
school, but they are not in school.
That is a big number.
It's a massive number if you look at it. And this number is, last 2 years, it increased by 2.5 million. So it keeps increasing. And now the educational aid is not coming directly where it should be, because Africa produces about half or has half of this total number.
Yes.
And this educational funding is not coming to us as it should be. Now that's why AFRICYEF came up to say, to have a voice for the voiceless in Africa, for these children who do not have access to this education, because it is their right, irrespective of their gender, their age, irrespective of their parental background or their status in the society.
Absolutely.
They need this. So that's why we've come up to help UNICEF and UNESCO in Africa, trying to build something that they will look up to know that these children need this support, and then they bring this support to them.
Right.
Because the educational aid we get is just 1/3. Having half of these children out of school, Africa is expected to receive at least half of the educational aid that comes in.
Right.
But unfortunately, Africa receives 1/3, and this is going down also. Last year,
But maybe it
reduced
doesn't
by
even
6%.
go. But maybe it doesn't even go to the right people.
Absolutely, because of the
Right.
level of corruption in most parts of those African states. It doesn't go directly to people who
So is
need
this
it.
where your organization intervenes and try to get that aid so that it can reach the right people?
Absolutely, and we work directly with these. We make sure that the support goes directly to these children, not using any intermediaries.
No.
So that removes the over 50% of what most charities spend on admin costs and overheads. So every funding we get, every money we raise together goes directly to these children. So there is no in between, no administrative costs. We're reaching them when we should and how they need it.
Fantastic. Now, with that said, if there are people in the diaspora that would like to directly support your initiative, how can they reach you? How can they find you?
We have a website, www.africyef.org. We also have PayPal where you could make some donations. We are based in the UK. We have a UK office. We also have we have offices in some African countries, like in Nigeria. We have then in Ghana also. We have also a representative office and an ambassador over there in the States. So
Incredible.
people could reach them either by making donations, by checks, supporting also, or bringing up ideas that we could all work together.
Fabulous. Henry, it was a pleasure to have you on the show. As a fellow philanthropist, you know, I will always support, and I will take it as one of the charities that I will endorse and support. So thank you very much, and
Thank
carry
you so
on with the
much.
good work. Guys, it's been an amazing show, and I want you to support African Child and Youth Empowerment Foundation. Please do support Henry. He cannot do it on his own. And of course, the women who watched earlier on